One of those scenes is the second half of our night filming out at what was the Virginia farmhouse on the big hill. Once the tanks and everything come into play, we actually staged it all out in Mystery Mesa, just north of Los Angeles, because it was an area that we could film at night and do all the pyrotechnics that we needed to do. And logistically, it was a lot simpler than trying to shoot all of that in the middle of December in Virginia.
Where's Tom? Stay right there, look up the hill. Not close enough. Put 100 on.
100?
100.
85?
Wait, but really close to. Just try 100 and I'll pull back if it's too tight.
Bring me 100mm guys and 800 for the C cameras.
The War of the Worlds sequence up on the hill, it is a great example of collaboration between departments. You know, we would get missile launchers and give those missile launchers to special effects to create a pyrotechnic.
Action!
So they would have to rig and reload those. We had real guns, which were blank firing, so it's us collaborating with the military who would be firing those guns.
When it was time to go back to the farmhouse sequence, that's when we pulled on the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps came through with over 100 guys. We had M1 tanks from the Marine Corps. They gave us Humvees and also the LAV-25s. Everything you saw on that ridge line is real. Those were real Marines doing Marines' job.
Viper, aboard, aboard, aboard! Get out of there, get down quick, I'm bringing in the Raptors, over. I'm calling away, calling away!
My name's Corporal Alexander Eccles, United States Marine Corps. And most of us, we all watch movies and we see war movies and everything, and you're looking at them and you're like, well, nobody would ever do that in combat. So when they brought us out here, they kept on asking us questions. Well, how would you do it if you were over there? And we'd give them suggestions, and I think Mr. Spielberg came really close on that fine line between what's real and what's not.
Guidons, Black 6, attack, attack, attack!
Great. Last one was great.
Based on the conceptual approach.
Look at him again.
No shield!
And then you look, and when it says no shield, you realize, oh my God, he's right. Oh. And he's a civilian. Why didn't he come up with that? Why were you act smart? I had a fascinating experience using real soldiers on Saving Private Ryan, and that was very exciting because a soldier knows how to fight, knows how to move, knows how to duck and cover, knows how to use their weapons. You know, you can't fake that, and you can't put 1,000 extras through basic training to teach them how to become soldiers. Okay. So what was the first order when you realized you could blow this?
The javelin's the key! The javelin's the key!
Come around like this when he says that, right with the sun flare. So the most natural thing for me to do with this was to get actual, soldiers from the National Guard, the Army, the Reserves, the Marine Corps, the Navy, and the Air Force. We were able to bring them all together for this picture.
In my role as the Department of Defense project officer, I'm the coordinator for all military forces that are used in the making of this picture. So for the scenes that were shot in New York and Connecticut, we pulled from the Army's 10th Mountain Division. Now, I would say about 80% of those soldiers had recently returned from Iraq and/or Afghanistan, and some were on their way back within the next month. So you can imagine that this film provided a fantastic break and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Small gesture here, some cake. Hope you like cake, but please know that the sentiment behind it is very large. So thank you.
And also, guys, when some of you going back, I understand. You're going to do re-up, you're doing tour duty. Be safe and tell everybody you work with that we're all behind you.
Yep.
Okay.
I wish you well, and once you come home safe.
Now let me eat cake.
You're here. Thank you, guys.